I went to Five Guys a few days ago. I've never been there before, but people keep telling me how good it was. So I went there. $25. $25. No drink, no soda, one burger in a bag, and some fries. Now, I'm West African. In my family, we don't always need words. We have facial expressions that carry entire conversations. My mom can say I'm disappointed in every choice you have ever made with one look. The cashier at Five Guys saw my face and gave me a free cup of water. And that's Five Guys. Let me tell you about McDonald's. I went to McDonald's after not going there for years. The meal was about $18. This is the price of a decent plate at a Mexican restaurant with real salsa and actual human hospitality. But the one that really got me was big on barbecue, Houston Spot. My dad and I used to go there, our place. I even introduced friends to it. A few years ago, $13, then $17, and now $20. A few months ago, my dad and I went there. First time we've been there in a while. We ordered 4 burgers. The total was $80. My dad looked at me. I looked at him. No words needed. West African Wi-Fi. We both received the message. 65% of Americans say they're stunned by fast food prices. And honestly, I think the other 35% just haven't been to Five Guys yet. But where is the money going? The burgers didn't get bigger, the service didn't improve. I still can't eat Taco Bell without having consequences I won't describe on camera. So I looked into it, and what I found is not just inflation, it's a strategy. Now, before I go full on conspiracy mode, let me be fair, because I always try to be fair on this channel, even when the numbers make me want to close my laptop. Cost did go up. McDonald's wages rose about 40% since 2019. That's real, and those workers, they deserve it. I work retail, I know what it's like to be behind the counter. Beef got more expensive, cooking oil spiked, supply chain broke during COVID. So a lot of the price increase is just math. When your labor, logistic, and ingredient all cost more, a lot of the menu will also cost more. And McDonald's said the Big Mac went from $4.39 in 2019 to $5.29 in 2024. 21% increase. Inflation, 21%. Looks proportional. Almost. But then, I finally started to track McDonald's actual prices for popular menu items between 2014 and 2024. The prices didn't go up 21% between 2019 and 2024. They doubled, 100% increase. Cost went up 21%, and some menu item prices went up 50 to 100%. So, what is the other 30 to 80% increase going? To understand that gap, you need to know something about McDonald's that genuinely surprised me. And I mean genuinely, because I had to reread it. McDonald's doesn't really sell hamburgers. 93% of McDonald's restaurants are franchised. McDonald's doesn't really own them. Individual operators do. Those franchises hire the worker, buy the food, pay the rent. McDonald's corporates collect royalties and rent. Their business model is closer to real estate than restaurants, and their profit margins are. I'm going to need you to sit down for this. McDonald's operating margin in 2024 was 45.7%. Net profit margin, 32%. For comparison, Apple's net profit margin is about 25%. McDonald's, the paper bag with a number company, is more profitable than Apple. Revenue, all-time high, $25.9 billion in 2024, not despite the price increase, partially because of them. They raised the prices, some customers left. The company made more money anyway. When I found out, I closed my laptop for a minute. I thought about my dad looking at the $80 receipt, and I thought about McDonald's executive looking at the quarterly earnings. We had very different reactions to the same economy. So here is how they did it. And once you see the math, I promise, you'll notice it everywhere. So, imagine you sell 1 million burgers at $5 each. Revenue, $5 million. Margin, 20%. Profit, $1 million. Now, you raise the price to $7 each burger. You lose about 20% of your customers. So you only sell 800,000 burgers. But the profit margin on each burger is now 35%. So profit, $1.96 million. You lose some customers, but you nearly doubled your profit. McDonald's proved this in Q3 2024. Customer traffic fell 1.5%. Revenue grew 2.7%. Fewer people, more money. Three senators wrote them a letter about abundant profit. McDonald's response was essentially, our prices track our costs, which is technically true for the Big Mac and technically misleading for the entire business model underneath it. And I see the same thing at my store. I work at Walmart, and I want to show you what it looks like behind the register. Every week, people pick up ground beef, look at the price, and quietly put it back somewhere else on the shelf. Not where it belongs, behind the cereal, next to the chips. Sometimes I found steak in the bread aisle. That's not a careless shopper. That's someone does budget lots of negotiation with a price tag. My store used to be a lower income store. Over the last couple years, we're getting more $100,000 plus income households, trading them from more expensive stores to Walmart. And the people who are already shopping at Walmart, they have nowhere cheaper to go. Customers come up to me and say, wow, it became so expensive. And I reply by, yes, it is what it is now. And then we do a small talk about the economy. At a Walmart register in Houston, between the customers who can't believe the prices and an employee who rings up those prices every day and still can't afford most of them. So here is what actually happened. Fast food used to be the floor, the cheapest meal outside your house. The dollar menu existed because the model was volume. Sell enormous quantities of cheap food, thin margin, massive volume. Then the industry discovered, raise prices, lose some customers, make more money. Fewer customers paying more was better than more customers paying less. The $5 meal, damage control. PR, not strategy. The floor didn't get more expensive. It gets abandoned because the people standing on it weren't profitable enough to keep it. And if you're watching this and you've switched from eating McDonald's to cooking at home or from eating out to eating more ramen, I'm right here with you. I eat more ramen now than at any point in my life. Not the fancy kind. The kind where you add an egg and pretend it's a choice. And some of my coworkers, they're selling their blood plasma to make ends meet. That's real. At the same time, McDonald's is posting the highest revenue of its history. If that doesn't want to make you close your laptop for a minute, I don't know what will. Let me go back where this started. My dad and I went to Big On, our place. He remembered the $13 meal. Normal, affordable. When the total hit $80, he looked at me. No words needed. West African Wi-Fi. It meant this isn't our place anymore. Between 2019 and 2024, McDonald's menu prices double. Revenue hit all-time high. Profit margin higher than Apple. 65% of Americans stunned. The cashier at Five Guys saw my face and gave me a free cup. Fast foods didn't get expensive by accident. The industry discovered that fewer customers paying more is better than more customers paying less. They traded volume for margin. And the people who needed cheap food the most were the first ones priced out. I was one of those people. My dad was one of those people. And somewhere in a quarterly earning report, our absence was calculated and accepted. That's the receipt. I'll see you on the next one.